It's early June, so you know what that means, right? I'm going to do a market update looking to see what trends we see from April to May. So stick around. Hi, welcome back. My name's Joe Brown. I'm a real estate agent with Century 21 List with Vegans located in South Tampa. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So listen, if you've been with me and you've watched previous market updates, you know I try and do this earlier in the month. However, I was out of town last week. So this is my market update, and I'm going to look at how the South Tampa market, the 5 zip codes, so 33606, 609, 611, 616, and 629, what the real estate market has done, and we'll look at April and May. Now, again, and I've said this many times before, I talk about a real estate market, right? And it's a big macro image. Really, it's micro, right? It's a micro market, because I can talk South Tampa, but Port Tampa is different than Bayshore Gardens, different than Stony Point, right? So it's just keep that in mind. I'm talking in general. So I think I need to adjust the camera a little bit. I have a chart to put up here, and we'll get started, okay? That's a little bit better, not great. So let me put the chart up here. And there were some surprises, right? So take a look at active listings. We can see active listings is down, right? So it's down, what is that? Almost 100 homes in South Tampa. Now, keep in mind, going back 2017, 2018, we would see 1,700 homes on the market. So now we're saying 740. So the market is very consolidated, right? If you want to use the term slow, cautious, whatever, right? So it's a different market than several years ago. Take a look at new homes on the market, and we're down to 243. Quite a drop from the previous month. However, if you remember, I say over the course of the year, the average is about 250 homes per month. So the 243 really isn't off from the average. It's just down from the previous month. Days to sell, you can see days to sell has gone up to, 38 days? So again, it's a longer period. Homes are on the market. And so again, this is median. Remember your math class, right? Median is right in the middle. Some homes are selling faster. Some homes are selling for much longer. But this is median days on the market. And even 38 days, I think is pretty quick in today's market. And that is not the experience for several buyers, right? Well, almost half the buyers, half the sellers. Take a look at the number of sales. Number of sales went up, right? We're at 212 for the month, so up about 30 homes. So think about this. Active listings has come down, but sales has gone up. New homes have come down. And you can see, going down further in the chart, months of inventory has also dropped. Just because sales picked up, but all the other numbers came down. I'll talk about that in just a second. The median sales price, again, this is all zip codes of South Tampa. The median sales price is $680,000. Not that different, April was $685,000. I did a report for all of Hillsborough County. All of Hillsborough County homes went up, averaging $400,000 per home. So $685,000 for South Tampa, pretty solid number. if you take a look at the ratio, what a house sells for, what it was originally priced at, is still 94%. So a couple things are happening. One, I think agents and sellers are pricing their home for the market, right? If the market is slow and there's competition, but they're pricing their home to sell. So they're pricing the home strategically. And I say that because if I price a home at $500,000 and I sell it at $300,000, yes, I sold the house at $300,000, but I'm also I can't do the math that quickly, right? Up from 500 to 300, that's quite a drop in ratio. So for the average of houses to be at 94% of original list price, that means agents and sellers are pricing their home pretty accurately, okay? And then that brings us to months of inventory on the market. We can see we dropped. So again, months of inventory indicates whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market. The closer you get to zero, it becomes more of a seller's market. So we see a drop from 5 months to 4 months, and you say, oh, we're getting into seller's market. Maybe, right? There's a lot of factors in there because less people are putting their house on the market because there's economic uncertainty. Yesterday, Freddie Mac came out with their average of mortgage rates for the week, and it was back up to 6.5. If you remember several months ago, we were below 6. Now it's 6.5. You have the situation in Iran that hopefully gets resolved and settled soon. There's some economic issues within our economy. So people are cautious, right? They're uncertain. And because of that, the thought of selling their house or moving or buying a house, all those emotions have been tempered. So yes, we've dropped months of inventory. It may not be so much buyer demand as just the market overall. Things are down, right? But listen, it's the summer. People are still moving here. Florida is a growth state for employment. People are still moving here. They want to move to South Tampa. So listen, when's a good time to buy a house? Anytime. When's a good time to sell a house? Anytime. Yes, there are times that are better. There are places that are better. But yeah, anytime that you're able to move and sell or buy, do it. So this was just a quick snapshot. Reach out to me, leave comments if you have any questions. I want to be your trusted advisor. Next week, I'm planning a special video. I don't want to say what it is in case I end up not doing it, right? So my plan is to have a great video next week. So check back next week. Until then, take care.